So why does content marketing fail? Yep, that's what we're going to discuss. In fact, we're going to discuss 5 reasons why content marketing fails in 2020 in today's video. Hey folks, Marcus Sheridan here. You know you're producing them contents. You want it to be successful as a marketer, as a business, but too often it doesn't actually work. So the question is why? And we find over and over again there's 5 reasons, and I'm going to give you that 5 right now. The first reason is because leadership doesn't get it. As Simon Sinek would say, they don't understand the what, the how, the why. Heck, they can't even define what content marketing actually is. And they certainly, because they don't understand it, they're not giving it the resources that it deserves. So that's number 1. The leadership doesn't unfortunately get it. Number 2 comes down to the sales team. And too often the sales team, with respect to that content, wasn't involved in the ideation of said content, nor the creation of said content. I mean, if you think about who your main subject matter experts are in your company, who is it? Well, usually it's the sales team. They're answering the questions all day long. Yet, generally speaking, who's the one answering all the questions online? It's marketing. It's not marketing's job to do that. It's sales' job. And so they should ideate and they should help create that content. And if they do, you're going to be way more successful. Number 3 comes back again to sales. You see, you love how we start these things with sales and leadership, not marketing. And number 3 is this. Was sales ever taught how to use content in the sales process? The answer, unfortunately, too often is like almost never. You know, I speak all over the world about this content stuff, and I ask these sales teams, have you been trained how to integrate content into your sales process? And almost always the answer is, well, no. We have not. And that, my friends, is the reason why it so often fails. And number 4, are we actually answering the questions that our buyers want to know? You know, they ask, you answer. You've heard of the book. It's crazy though. Companies still, I mean, you see it all the time. They're like, yeah, we're producing the content, but the number 1 strategic mistake that we see with organizations, big and small, with their content is no, it's not aligned with the true questions, worries, fears, issues, concerns of today's buyer. And then sometimes you see that the marketing department gets it, but then leadership doesn't want to produce it. In other words, they're like, I don't know if we can talk about that because nobody has talked about it before. But I can tell you, if nobody's talked about it before in your space, that's further reason why you should talk about it. And then finally, number 5, does someone in your organization actually own the content production? In this case, we're talking about 2 people. Somebody in leadership that is overseeing it, and then somebody within the marketing department that owns this content production. They're obsessed with it. This is their singular job, their singular focus. It's where they spend their time, effort, and energy. And because of that, you have the quality of content and you have the quantity of content. We see so often companies don't have that person that owns it, and because they can't, or because of that, they just can't seem to get the traction that they want, and they're not producing the amount that they should. You can't do this with a bunch of people trying it. One person must on it. So those are the 5. Number 1 again was, do you remember? Does our leadership team get it? Number 2, does our sales team help to create it? And then number 3, have we taught our sales team how to integrate it into the sales process? Number 4, of course, is the essence of they ask, you answer, and addressing those hard questions. And then number 5, we must make sure someone owns it. And if you do those 5 things, my friend, I promise you're gonna have amazing success with content marketing, ROI results in 2020 and beyond. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you share it with your friends, your family, your boss, your countrymen. And until the next time, let's get to work.